And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the St. Louis Park Rec Center, high school hockey is on the air along with Bart Archer. I am Pete Wagner. So glad to have you here this afternoon. Really, day 3 of the high school hockey season is underway, and after an opening night which saw some incredible hockey games, the Red Knights and the Jaguars will be playing for the second time. Tonight's coverage presented in part by Fortis Academies. You can check them out at fortisacademies.com. We'll get into them a little bit later on into the broadcast as well. Bart Archer, tonight's game, the Jags and the Red Knights getting after it in conference play, the Metro West. And this Jaguar team had a tough, stiff test against the Minnetonka Skippers at Pagel, an 8-0 loss on Thursday night.
Well, indeed, Pete, they didn't play too bad in the first period on the scoreboard anyway. It was 2-0 Minnetonka advantage, but in the first 2 periods they were outshot by 20-something to single digits. And overall, I think it was like 54-11 in the game. So obviously this Jaguar team wants to generate a little bit more offense, but play a little bit more responsibly defensively. But Pagel's a hard place to play, and Minnetonka is a spirited and inspired team and focused this year as well. So not an easy task, but that's just one game. They just have to get past that. But I'm sure that they want to get off to a very, very quick start tonight, or at least survive the first 5 to 7 minutes. But this Benilde St. Margaret team, the way they played the last game against the St. Michael Albertville Knights, this is a pretty good bunch.
And for the Red Knights, let's be completely fair, they had themselves a very impressive victory the other night against what I feel is a Section 8AA contending team in the St. Michael Albertville Knights. And 7-2 was a solid win. We're going through the starting lineups. Ryan Seitz is going to man the pipes for the Jags. Nick Hatton on the blue line. He'll be joined as well by Pierce Thonka. Up front, they've got the forwards set for tonight, Brady Burton being one of them. He's going to be joined by, that's Blake Wandmacher wearing the familiar Alexander Ovechkin sweater number 8. And over on the far side, stepping up to the blue line, is A.J. Wong. Carson Limesand will get the nod and goal for the Red Knights.
Well, 26 saves and 28 shots against the Knights. A very impressive showing once again.
On the blue line, Tristan Sarsland had a very strong and steady game. You got the senior James Callahan on the blue line with him. I'd say the blue line has been really key to this Red Knights edition. Nick Mikan, the newcomer to the program from the Breck Mustangs, will be up front. He'll be also joined by Grant Ellings, and also up front for the Red Knights will be Jonah Mortensen. Head coach for the Red Knights, Ken Pauley, and Mike Terwilliger, the former Hornet great for the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. How's the muffled sounds coming here? Are we okay? We pause now for our national anthem. Well, Bart Archer, Jim Carroll is one of your officials for tonight's game, and he'll have you out of here in 1 hour and 49 minutes. Not known to be whistle happy, lets the guys play. Great communication with the coaches. He's, you know, it's funny. His father was one of the legendary high school officials back in the day, and you know, he was the young guy, the former Co-Metro Player of the Year, the Michigan Tech Husky. Now he's the old man.
Well, he looks like he can
Very
still
focile.
He looks like he can still jump out there and play with the kids.
Well, I don't know if he can bend over and pick up the puck, but that's a whole other thing.
He was quite a player in his day, that's for sure.
He's great.
But love his games. He does, as you say, let them play. Let the kids decide it, and they never get to be too much of the game. We're getting ready to get going
out of their
here.
way. Mortensen to take the draw in against Burton as we are underway. The Jags control to the near side. Thonka looks back to the slot, gets through a check there thrown by Mike, and now it's going to be Lime Sand for Callahan in the corner. He's forechecked on the play by A.J. Wong. Now it's going to be a puck played over to the far side for Sarsland. Dances over to make the play. Guides it along for Ellings as he's jammed on the play. Jefferson so far with a nice jump on this first shift, forcing the Red Knights to pick up the tempo and pace a little bit. And they're getting beat to the puck. Burton with the body there. Now he's helped out by Wong. They look to the slot area. Gathered in by Ellings as he's going to guide it up around the right wing side for Mike. And ahead he goes. Mortensen across the line, 2-on-3, shot it on goal, and Seitz makes the save with the catch glove as we have the game's first whistle.
Well, Benilde St. Margaret's has good speed through the neutral zone. It was Mortensen that actually came up the right side, got to the top of the right dot, let one go, tried to go short side, glove side, but really a nice save by Seitz, face off to his left. But good pace, as you said, so far early in this game, but Jefferson's showing some good focus and some good energy as well.
Well, it looked like our replay froze up on us there, Bart Archer, but we'll work our way through it. Back through center ice we go. We'll give it another look later on in the game, make sure our features are working for you. Pass too far for Jackson Bassan as that goes up and out of play. Bassan now a senior. Feels like he's been wearing the sweater for years.
Well, indeed he has, but through that years he's been groomed to step into this leadership role. And last game, 3 helpers on the night, but very effective in all 3 zones. But it looks like he's inherited the captaincy quite well in moving forward. But this is a very formidable line for this Benilde St. Margaret team. Asher Conley had an outstanding game, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. And Mortensen actually, Marshall was on the score sheet, 2 tallies as well. So very effective line, something Jaguars are going to have to be cognizant of.
Yakish from the point plays that around to Bassan to the near side. Thompson shots deflected. Oh, one way. Nice pad save recovery. Beautiful job. The bench left as they kick the boards. You could hear that rattling here from the. Oh, picked off. Yakish up high. Shot buzzes wide off the end boards. Thompson will race back into his own zone as he regroups. Long pass right wing side. There's Marshall with it. Adam Marshall across the line. Little dangle fest there. Pulled the man offside. We're going to face off of the neutral.
Well, the face-off was a little short for Marshall. He tried to gather it up, but it was Bassan that just snuck over. But really an astute play by Asher Conley to try to play billiards off the goaltender's pads. He was beyond the goal line and tried to bank it off the pads. We've seen that a number of times. Almost pulled it off, but Seitz did a nice job. Keep that puck out of the net.
Back up into the neutral zone it goes, batted down. Callahan positions. He's watched on the play by Parker Boone. That misses the mark. Now check that. That's Sarsland with it. Plays it back out of the corner. Man, the rust is flying here, Bart Archer. Back off behind the stick of Guerin. Now it's Sarsland for Guerin. His pass to the slot is deflected. Now it's going to be Callahan. Left wing side. Yakish is bothered. Nice stick there by Boone. Back in behind. Red Knights control as they look to the slot. That one's off the side of the cage. That shot taken by Callahan. They bump the boards up to the line. Callahan played that one over left wing side. Sarsland forced to regroup at center as he goes left to right. Sarsland now to Guerin. Plays this one into the corner. Defensively, that's Summerness there for the Jags. He stays on the puck back into the corner. Works through the stick check there of Peter Geertsen. And that's off a stick to center. Red Knights control. Yakish quick ahead to the right wing side. It's going to be Ristow playing this one wide. Look to the middle. That's cut off. Nice play by Gombold. He'll play it up to the left wing side for Brady Burton. Burton now, that's off the stick. That's Wanmacher that was there momentarily. Red Knights control. Thompson under control at center. Did not get the checkered, and icing will be the call.
Well, it was good pressure by the Jaguars to cut that angle and force them to dump the puck in. As you said, icing, but Pete, I think the challenge for the Jaguars is they started the game with some momentum, puck in the offensive zone, but they're unable to sustain that through the course of play. But what the Benilde St. Margaret's do is they can roll over lines and maintain that momentum and really puts this Jaguar team back on their heels. So they're going to have to start to push that puck down the ice and put some pressure on Carson Limesand.
Thompson back in behind the net. That's controlled by Yakish as he's checked on the play. Bumped ahead for Mortensen. Ooh, 2 Jags converge on him. Nice collision there. Burton off the boards. Picked up by Mortensen. Submarines a would-be checker. And now this is going to be played up to the left wing side. They get through one stick. Now on the puck, it's going to be Hatton as he plays off the boards. Yakish comes away with it. Red Knights, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast today, and then again the other night, come up as 5, Bart. They do a nice job as a unit. No question.
Yeah, in fact, obviously it's early. We saw one game and part of the first period, but their spacing is so much better now than it was last year. Last year, everybody kind of started doing everybody else's job. Now they're just minding their zones, minding their positions, and they're much more difficult to defend. Plus, they're using the puck and working with it, so they're playing the team concept, and it's very, very effective so far.
Flipped up through center ice. And now they're going to play this one around to the Red Knights. At the line, Sarsland comes away with it, dangles through traffic. Nice job. On it's Conley. Oh, look at him through. Oh, a hot knife through butter. Picked up the penalty, too. It's probably going to be a slash coming up to the Jaguars. They're going to go with a hook. 2 minutes either way.
Well, I think if memory serves, I think Benilde's power play was at about the 33% mark. I think they were 1 for 3 so far. But Asher Conley, very impressive speed, splits the defense, and really draws that penalty, as you said. And Pete, through the high school hockey, players graduate. You get the Messenbergs that graduate. You get the Cooper Gays, and people step up and get prominent roles. Asher Conley is filling that role. He's been very valuable so far early in the season.
That's a great call, Bart.
And here's Marshall along the wall. Marshall on top of the dot. Back over to Conley. Conley in front, try to find Callahan.
Now that's Sarsland. I'll jump in here, Bart Archer.
Please do.
Nice job. You're getting better and better. You wouldn't even do that a few years ago, as I'm trying to fix something on the broadcast.
And I just proved the reason why.
So to your credit, Sarsland now. There's a pass picked up. Look out. After the races they go. It's going to be Getters in on goal. He's accelerating to the backhand. Oh, and a pad save made there by Limesand. Great opportunity. They're going to bring this one back up through center ice. Now it's Conley. Power play for 117. Red Knights control behind the net. Now it's going to be Conley up high to Sarsland. Back over for Conley, left wing side. Dusts it, plays it off to the stick of, that was Bassan from the corner, up for Marshall. Marshall gathers in, plays it up high. Some sauce there. Nice little chip over for Sarsland. Conley back over for Marshall. Marshall back up for Sarsland. Wanted to shoot it. Nice save made on the way in by Ryan Seitz, the senior Tendy.
Well, Asher Conley and Marshall were playing a little cross-ice passing. That's what they did very successfully against St. Michael Albertville. But I just like the way this team is moving the puck. They're very patient, and they're spreading things out. They're looking across the ice. They're very difficult to defend, and they have the Jaguars into a bit of a chase mode right now. But how about Godarts on that breakaway? Showed some pretty good speed, but Marshall chased him down, put a little pressure on him. But Limesand once again picks up his team when the wheels are wobbling.
Brought the heat indeed. Power play continues for 45 seconds. Now it's Mortensen down the line as he's checked on the play. Mikan takes over, protects the puck neatly. Mikan guides up to the left point. Now Yakish gathers in, plays back over left wing side. Thompson, Mortensen shoots that one off the window, all the way back down into Red Knight territory.
Well, he went far side on that one. I thought he was going to try short side on this one, but rings around the board. Now they have to regroup. Just 17 seconds left on the penalty to allow for the Jaguars.
11:07 to go in the period. Back in across the line. Yakish leaves off. That's off his stick. The feed came through to him by Mikan. Now it's Ellings with it. Guides it down the wall. Thonka is there as he's going to work himself into the corner. Battles now with Mikan and a couple of other Red Knights. Mortensen's there. We're 5-on-5. Now back up to the line. Yakish, nice little move. Gets away from Boone. Leaves off for Ellings, but no, instead it's going to be Boone who comes away to the near side. Stepping up on the play is Rathbandith. I'm going with it. That one's going to be wide of the mark. He had the number 4. It reminded me of a very famous number 4. Do you know who that is?
No.
Mike Crowley.
Oh,
I believe he was wearing sweater 4 back in the day.
Okay.
I think. There's a shot. Who knows? In on goal as Seitz makes the save. Jaguars control.
I thought that was LaFleur, wasn't it?
Rathbandith with it. Plays it back in behind the net. Guy. Now it's going to De Saint-Hubert. Now to the why did I throw that one out back in the day? Oh, it's classic. Laid back up. We're talking, of course, about classic legendary Jags for those of you new to the broadcast or new to the hockey world that missed out on the legendary 90s.
Too bad for you guys. That was awesome. A great stretch.
That was really, that was when Apple Valley Park Center had a hockey club back in the day. Gary Stefano was your head coach of that edition. Osseo with Trent Platt and the whole year after year, very solid.
Burnsville always good.
The Blaze. Back in behind the net, 9:25 to go. The reminiscing continues here at the MN Hockey. The Eagles of Kennedy with your guy Brad Connick.
Loved watching him play.
Didn't you golf with him, Bart Archer, at some stage?
No, I did not. That'd be a fun round of golf, I'd say that. I'd probably talk his ear off.
Nick Checo. Now to the right wing side, it's going to be handled by Can't Drive 55. Over to the left wing side for Bassan. Inside joke. That one goes through the slot area.
Now I feel like we have to probably announce everybody's name now. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Corey Peterson, Captain Crunch.
Scott Hohag.
Oh, he's a big boy, I'll tell you, even right now today.
That's why I made a point of bringing
I wouldn't
that
get up
name
in his kitchen, believe you me.
A lot of people didn't want to, I'll put it that way. He created a lot of space.
Back in across the line now. It's going to be Thompson taking the puck from his goaltender, Carson Limesand. Now it's going to be Marshall. Try to deflect that one in, but no, that's going to be icing. Back into the Jag zone, or the Red Knight zone we go. Ken Pauley's team from Benilde St. Margaret's deadlocked in a 0-0 tie here in the first period with the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars.
It's been a pretty good pace, actually, and the Jaguars are holding on. They survived the first 7, 8, 9 minutes of this game. Yes, a couple opportunities on sights and goal, but really nothing on the scoreboard now. So if they can kind of weather the storm, get their legs about it, but it's been a good flow, not a lot of whistles.
A little mood lighting came on here at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. They realized they had half the banks off. Now it's
now we can see it.
You know how you wake up and you see the light? My eyes are doing that right now.
There's shadows now.
Getting the sleep out of them, the whole thing.
There's a great visual.
Don't want to paint the picture, Bart Archer.
Right on.
Well, I don't want to see yours either. In on goal it goes.
You won't have to worry about it.
Thank the Lord.
Well, what Conley tried to do is just sneak that in on Seitz 5-hole, just a gentle little one, tried to spread the pads, but Seitz has really done a nice job of minding his crease, scoring up to the shooters as much as possible. A couple points of concern, but they've weathered the storm. Now face-off is to his right, 8:13 left in the scoreless first period.
Don't forget, later tonight on the MNHockey.tv, Bart Archer and yours truly will be jogging over just a couple of minutes to Braemar. You're out?
Yep.
Oh. What, do you got a date?
No, I'm out.
Okay. So 7 o'clock, yours truly on the call from Braemar Arena. Hornets and the Buffalo Bison. Here it's the Jags and the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. Across the line. Nice tempo to this hockey game so far, Bart. And I bet you Mike Terwilliger has to be pleased with the response his team has given here the first half of this first period after getting kind of hammered by Minnetonka the other night.
Well, indeed, and that's what they wanted to do, is just get through that point of concern. The first 5 to 7 minutes to me kind of gets the anxieties out to let you establish something, but they've weathered the storm, and now it looks like they're playing a little bit more of a calm game with a little better focus as well. They're not just in survival mode, so to speak, but they're actually carrying the puck and moving the puck up. But Benilde is just on the puck so quick, and they're commanding the neutral zone right now, so that's the challenge in front of the Jaguars.
There's a shot in on goal. Oh, shallow angle there. Limesand, the big save. Puck's loose. It's pulled out of there by the Red Knights. Great opportunities there by the Jags. It's 3-on-3 through center. Nice positional play there by Kyle Davis. Works the leather, throws the body. There's a shot. Pad save and a beauty. Turned over to the far side there by Seitz. Back in behind the net it goes. Ellings, big frame, protects the puck, stays on it. Looks up the near side of the slot. Mortensen plays that one down. Over to help out now on the play for the Jags was Getters. And to the neutral zone it goes. Yakish protects the puck. It rolls off his stick. And it's going to be picked up by Mortensen. Try to work through the wickets there. Boone, nothing doing there as the Jags control its center. Rath Spandeth with it. Now it's up to the neutral zone and sent back into the Jaguar zone. No ice on the play, or the Red Knight zone. No ice on the play. Yakish is there as he's bothered. And to the line it goes. Dribbles through on goal as that's going to be Limesand to hang on to that. Faceoff comes up to his right. 6:36 to go here in the period.
Well, pretty good scoring opportunity by the Red Knights. It was Mortensen that pulled the Happy Gilmore and stepped into one, but it was Seitz that came out and squared up, made a pretty big save, and it was Mortensen all alone. He's shown some really nice, refined, soft hands so far early in the season. He's dangling with the puck quite effectively. Now
it's going to be Sarsland ahead. He goes on the move. It's Guerin one-on-one essentially at the line as he's going to be muscled to the corner. Looks through the slot. That's deflected, ramped up on the goaltender's sights, kept the big frame down on the post, kept the pad down, and makes the save. Textbook.
Well, Guerin really did a nice job of just maintaining his speed. He had a step, and he drove toward the net. So really good patience by the youngster. And then he tried to go short side almost off the goaltender. So very astute play, because that's all really Sights allowed him to do. But he gave himself a chance to make a play, but it was a good save by the goaltender.
Face off to the left of Sights. 50-50 puck there as it rolls through and off the boards. Up to the near side, Callahan, the veteran, into the corner, plays behind the net. Now let's bump back to him as he handles that feed from Geertsen up to the line. Sarsland, quick shot through traffic. Went Ryan Suter on that, took a little something off it. Got through.
It got through.
That can fool the goaltender. That's a good play there. You don't have to take the boomer every time from the blue line like that. Nice job. Back up into the center ice area, off the stick there of Wanmacher. Red Knights back into their zone with Sarsland. Changing on the fly are the Jags as they go wholesale. Now it's going to be across the line. Sarsland plays that one rink wide. Little no-look. Magic Johnson, former Laker, pays a visit here.
Well, Callahan kind of got in Wanmacher along the boards. Wanmacher a little vulnerable as he jumped the puck in and left himself a little exposed. And Callahan didn't really let him off the hook. He went against the end or the half wall pretty hard. Got up a little gingerly, but offsides by the Red Knights, forces the whistle outside the zone.
BSM hockey is proudly presented by Fortis Academy. Train with Fortis in a small group or private setting to maximize your training returns. That's a big deal. We're looking for humble, hardworking athletes that are willing to put in the work when no one else is looking. That's a good one there. Check them out at fortishockey.com.
Well, Marshall just introduced himself to Golders on that one, too. This half wall is not the friend of the Jaguars. He came up a little.
Oh, nice feed over to Marshall. Big pad save. Best scoring chance here of the night. Red Knights put it together there down low.
I thought that was a pretty good stick by Aaron Daniels, a senior forward back there. Otherwise, they went weak side, and that was a good opportunity, but got a stick on that Red Knights stick and really thwarted what could have been a golden opportunity, maybe one of the better ones of this period, but faceoff is not going to be to Sights' right. Just an even 5 minutes left to go in the scoreless first period. Boy, this Jaguars team is treading water, but their nose is blowing bubbles right now, Pete.
Straight hippo.
hungry.
Got it peering up. Back across. I've always marveled at that product. Now in the neutral zone, Wanmacher.
Couple more cookies.
What the hell is it? That thing deflects up off the netting. Nice call, buddy.
I'm just kidding.
I gotcha. You want to tell the story?
No.
It's pretty good. Goes back to our younger years.
Let's focus on the game.
Our younger years back in the college days. Yours truly was not afraid of the cookies.
No.
Just leave it at that. And they were all mine.
Yep.
As I'm bearing a row, Bart Archer's like, "Can I have one?" And I'm like, Nope.
He put the roadblock up.
What a jerk. Now it's Thompson with it. Long pass. That's deflected. Bassan tries to go through traffic. The Jags have been stout defensively at the blue line, shutting it down. Right when the Red Knights think they have some work. They are dusting the puck off, Bart, stick handling a little bit instead of letting the puck work for them. They might want – they're not making the moves on these guys like they think they can. Get it deep and go to work.
Right. But you're saying they're getting opportunities, though, and that means the Red Knights are possessing the puck, but they are stepping up and using that blue line as a natural line of defense. They have to do that.
Defensed again very well, though.
Yep.
They're the Jags making it happen. And we have a penalty, cross-check.
And I think that's against Vanilla. I think that might be Aaron Marshall that's going to go to the box. So really a nice thing for this Jaguar team to get a power play. 3:50 left in a scoreless first period. But this is the kind of thing that can gather a little momentum. And it doesn't necessarily mean they have to score on this, but they're going to be able to have some space to perhaps possess the puck and put some pressure on Carson Limesand. Something they haven't done yet this year is get a lot of shots on goal. Now's a good opportunity to turn that trend around. Face-off, Limesand's left. Marshall cross check.
So we see the Jags employ the power play, but quickly the Red Knights PK. Now the Red Knights power play was what? About, you were at one point 50%.
1.1%.
Game number one. Well, 100, yeah, 1 for 1. And then Limesand wanted the ice call, was waving the glove up at the officials who said no. Back in from the corner now. Mortensen gets help from Ellings up to the line. Oh, nice. Oh, backside, they called it.
Oh, interference. Well, I was just going to offer, Pete, that even when Red Knights are down a man, you still have to mind your defensive responsibilities on the power play, but that looks like it's going to be Brady Burton, the senior forward, going to go for that interference call. Boy, that balances the scales a little bit with Benilde's speed. This isn't really most favorable for this Jaguar team, especially face-off to Sight's right, but they had an advantage. Now it's now the scales have balanced a little bit, but a lot of space out there for a very speedy Red Knight team.
Well, that'll make that entry and the way the Jags have been defensively from the high slot down low, a little more room, as you said, for the Red Knights to navigate. That shot from Sarsland in on goal. We have one luxury here with COVID, and it's the ability to see the teams on either end of the rink. It's like we're in the locker room, and we'll see how Coach Ken Pauley handles this one. I mean, he absolutely let his team have it after the second period against STMA as they let down in a game they were very comfortably in control of, and don't blame them there. So it was kind of fun to be in the room, if you will.
Indeed, but it's a coaching moment. It kind of lets you into the locker room, like you said, Pete Wagner, but he was very animated. He just wanted to make sure they maintain their focus. Sometimes when you're up by 4, you change your game a little bit, and that's not what your coach should be. Play the game the same way, whether it's 0-0 or you're up 10-0, but just a correction, but it was kind of fun to see.
As a longtime coach, sometimes it's a good idea to make your point, make your statement. And you have to be heard, and that was Ken Pauley, one of the best in the biz, on display for the Red Knights. Back into the corner it goes. By the way, he and I will be putting together a podcast very shortly, Pauley's podcast. Those things are gems. They're best sellers. Now it's going to be Sarsland with it down into the corner. Oh, a shot on goal. He muscled his way, and he scores! How he pushed that one through. He did, and the Red Knights, to the 4-on-4 goal, take the 1-0 lead. They've had to work to pick up that goal, I'll tell you that much.
Well, indeed, and it just seems like some of the steam got out of the Jaguars a little bit, but gave a little energy to the Red Knights. But one thing I noticed in that first game is the defense were not shy about getting involved in the offensive zone, but good rotations. They're covered, but they're very aggressive stepping up and getting involved in the offensive flow. That's a kind of a staple in the Red Knight program, but this one looks very effective from a lot of different areas. So a very difficult team to defend against, especially with all that ice out there.
For those watching, I'm having scoreboard issues. I'll try and get it updated right now. Things have kind of frozen up here.
It's 1-0
on the MacBook Pro. That one goes up off the. I've just chirped it a little bit, didn't I?
A little bit.
I like it, though.
That's all right. Holding them accountable.
Somebody has to. 2:12 to go in the first. It'll be 22 of 4-on-4, and then 30 seconds of power play time for the Red Knights as they hold the 1-0 lead here in the first period from the St. Louis Park Rec Center, MNHockey.tv. Thanks to all of you that have been joining us for an absolute staggering Thursday night, a great Friday, and now an even better Saturday. Shot in on goal, knocked away. We got Edina girls, Eden Prairie girls queuing up here in about 10 minutes. From the Eden Prairie Community Center, Ben Johnson on the call there. Holy Family Catholic boys in action against St. Thomas Academy. That's going on again over at the Victoria Rec Center. Our guy Patrick Lilly on the call. Girls action tonight here from the Rec Center is going to feature the Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's and the plucky Dodge County edition. Look out. From a shallow angle, Seitz has the stick down, does the job, steers it to the near side. Now it's Thompson up for Gearin. Power play is now expired as it's 4-on-4. Yakish, whoa, sidestep, but how you doing there? Pickpocketed by Getters. Now it's going to be Yakish off the boards. He goes through center. Chip back up the left wing side. On it now, it's going to be turned ahead by Daniels. Nice little move away from traffic. Daniels turned back to the near side. Nice job. Turning, shooting. Nice save by Limestad. Steered to the left side. He was going from right to left. Tough to go back against the grain. Over to the near side now. It's going to be picked up by Gearin with 1 minute remaining in the period. Well, we're under a minute. Thanks, John Sands. A little tardy. There's 45 now to go. But what would you expect from the Sandman? Over in front of the circle areas, it's poked the center. He did hit the snooze button. Good morning. Now across the line, here they come. The Red Knights with it. John Sands, of course, employee here of the Hockey TV. I gave the Red Knights his name as a quality public address guy. Oof. There goes my reputation.
No,
I'm kidding. Penalty coming up. Sarsland's going to go.
Well, and is Brady Burton not not shy about expressing his emotions after that one, but Sarsland is going to go in the box. Really, you don't want to take a penalty in your own zone with 15.3 left, but the challenge for the Red Knights is to pick up their teammate and get through this kill. But a nice way to finish the period, maybe on the power play, put some pressure on Carson Limestone and goal. So Jaguars can really kind of gather a little bit of momentum or some positive feels going into the locker room and come out with a man advantage. Not a bad situation.
Near side it goes. Quick shot right into the crest, 9 seconds. Sarsland gets the rough and the minor penalty. Red Knights will win the battle off the boards, and that'll do it for the period. The Red Knights lead by a score of 1-0. We'll have more coming up for you as we continue here from Bart Archer.
Well, I was just going to say, Jaguars did the right thing, winning the face-off. Got possession of the puck, had somebody standing all alone. He dusted it off and then stick-handled a couple times. You have to anticipate that puck getting into shooting position because it allowed everybody to get in front. Maybe a little congestion in front of Carson Limestone, but he made what could have been a difficult save look pretty easy.
We'll be back with more coming up right after this. And we welcome you back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center. I'm sure not many of you have left, but nonetheless, we welcome you back. Along with Bart Archer and Pete Wagner. Red Knights and the Jags, 1-0 period for Bloomington Jefferson. Very solid effort for them.
Yeah, I think it really was. To get into the first intermission with giving up only one goal with all the shots on goal. It was 15-4, shot advantage to the Bloomington St. Margaret Red Knights. But the lone goal scored was by Sarsland. That was at the 14:01 mark. They said it was unassisted, but I think that might change down the way a little bit. But I don't think anybody on the Red Knight team cares the fact they put one in. But it's been now 4 periods that this Jaguar team has tickled the twine, so I'm sure they're looking to get that onus off their shoulder. They have 1:45 left in the penalty to the goal scorer, Tristan Sarsland, so they get a great opportunity to start the second period.
Updated scoring official from Craig Roberts, the man known as House, looking on from afar. Thank you for the update. Should read Sarsland from Nick Mikan and Mitchell Dockman. That's
perfect.
Sarsland from Mikan and Dockman.
Well, Dockman last game got his first high school goal, got his first high school penalty. Now he's got his first high school assist, so he's checking all the boxes.
Checking all. We're looking for the Gordie Howe hat trick.
Well, it's kind of an extended version of that, but yes, he has now completed that. But here we go, second period.
We are underway. The Red Knights moving from right to left. They got to kill one. They got 1:38 to go on the power play.
Well, they still have to mind their defensive responsibilities against this Red Knight team.
Nice little pull move as they'll cut this one back across through the neutral zone. Wrist shot in on goal, and a blocker pad save made by Limesand as he hangs on. Nice look there by the Jags to open up the second period. 16:36 to go in it.
And I think it was Hatton that actually started. It went kind of coast to coast. Really made some nice moves through the neutral zone, created some space, and went in and put a good shot on Limesand. But Limesand with a shoulder save and kept that rebound, which is a big play by the goaltender.
Touched back up to the high slot area. Glove save by Limesand.
Well, you really know when Limesand's on his game, when he comes out, challenges, squares up to the shooter, but his rebound control and nary the second chances, so he's done a great job helping his team kill this penalty. Just 1:12 left in the penalty to SARS line, but a couple pretty good looks by this Jaguar team, so that has to be encouraging.
Body check to the corner. Bassan clears the zone. That deflects off the stick of the Jags' Nick Hatton. Seitz plays ahead, now back in behind. Hatton with it. Kicked ahead, across the line. Thompson. Thompson again. Slings that around to the boards. 33 to go. That's off the stick of Bassan as he tried to go inside out. Lost the handle. And it's sent to the line. Marshall knocks that one away over to Yakish in front of the bench area. Here's Yakish. Guides it over to the near boards. Callahan to Bassan. Bassan with it looks. Better hurry as he had some back pressure there coming from along. Now the Jags, 10 seconds of power play time. Nice stick there by Bassan. Speed's so important on the PK up front. And you saw it right there with Bassan getting it done. Cut off by Ryan Seitz. Now picked up by the Jags. Jags also a member of the MN Hockey TV network, which is perpetually expanding. I mean, it's just a daily thing. If you had told me that we could do this in about 2 months, I would have said you're out of your mind. I mean, we were slowly building it. We had a few clubs and arenas last year, but to get it to the level we have, it's been absolutely a monumental, Herculean task by many. To the right circle it goes. That's deflected away there from Ellings off his stick as he comes back with it. Yakish, snapper. Ellings is playing with a really sense of purpose here this year off these first 2 games. Definitely knows his role. Yakish, Thompson lets it go. That's deflected. Blocked. Nice job by the Jags. Their squad loved the effort. Back in behind now. It's going to be Mikan with it. He's going to guide that up for Yakish. Yakish down the boards. That's played down by the glove for Mortensen. Ooh, Seitz didn't even see that one coming through. Big check over to the far side. Battles continue. This is a a plumber's game, blue-collar hockey game between these two teams. They're throwing it around here with authority. Mortensen's shot turned aside sights. There's a shot again that's turned. How about that score last night? Blake 5, Wayzata 1.
Wow.
I had to check that again for a misprint.
Well, just the fact Wayzata gave up 5 goals is a little unusual.
That is unusual for that hockey club, no question. Puck rolls back up high to the line. It's played down to the right wing side. They'll guide this one to the corner, man on the move.
Oh, great D on that one by Thonka.
Puck is wrong the corner, and it's going to be icing as the Jags will get the much-needed change.
Boy, that was a big stop by Thonk on that one. He just went along the ice and took every option away on that one, but it looks like this Jefferson team's losing their structure a little bit, sagging to one side and getting a little too heavy, overcrowding in certain areas, and they're providing space. Mortensen with a couple pretty good looks on that one, but Benilde Margaret starting to flex their muscles a little bit.
2-on-2 through center. Nice job off the boards. Getters with it in front. Oh, a big chance there for Aaron Daniels. Off the end boards it goes. Limesand slides over to make the play.
Wow, it was a really good play by the Jaguars to gain the zone with numbers, and he tried to finesse the puck over. He did, but you almost have to hood your stick a little bit more, because what happens is it'll skip off the stick. So if you can redirect it a little tighter toward the goal, that might have been a pretty golden opportunity by this Jaguar team. But once again, the puck is still out of the net, so the monkey is still on the shoulder of this Jaguar team. Once they get the first one, I think they're going to relax and quit squeezing their sticks, but at least they have an offensive zone faceoff, so they have a chance to put some offensive pressure on.
Indeed they do, as the Red Knights have that back in behind the net. Here's Callahan, turned away. Look back up to the near side as he was trying to find his man, and Michael Risto to the right wing, waiting on his gear. Nice little feed rolling puck, handled by Risto across the line. He's got help as he looked ahead for Geertsen. And now it's going to be handled again behind the net. Geertsen controls, lays that one up. Nice feed. Oh, and a glove save. Seitz makes the read off the bid for Michael Risto.
Well, Risto with a nice offering from the right hash. Tried to go glove side, but really a nice job by Ryan Seitz to flag that one down. But this is the kind of line that there's going to be a benefit to Coach Pauly and the Red Knights moving forward, because they didn't lose any momentum. In fact, they maintained the momentum moving into the next line, and now the number ones come out for Benilde Margaret, so the task doesn't get any easier for this Jaguar team.
Never does when you have depth like the Red Knights. I mean, that's a big thing, right, Bart? I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, that's the difference between taking everybody has great ones, you know, top lines, top set of D-men, and then see what you can do with the rest. Blocker pad save, turned aside. And the players in today's game, you know, you go back on some of those old videos, you know, we thought those guys were so great, but wow.
Well, it's all relative, though.
Absolutely, but the skating, I think, is just so much better.
Well,
back off the side.
The nutrition, the training, the dry land.
Fortis Academy.
Absolutely.
FortisAcademy.com. Scores! A deflection as that goes in off the stick of Jackson Bassan.
Well, it was originated by Ben Thompson on the point. Get rewarded for a lot of hard work.
Did they do, Bart Archer? Well, I mean, you know, I've got to let's see. Did I hear a word you said there?
No.
Because I'm trying to fix the system.
Right.
You know, when you serve as the director, producer, I love the term executive producer. What does that really mean?
Well, it means you're the producer and you're the executive producer.
You know,
see how I break that
it's
down?
A fancy title.
Right.
One-timer and a big save by Seitz. Mortensen with the bid. Now it's Mike and back up for Sarsland. Snaps that through. That deflects. Nice save again. Seitz is focused.
Well, and that was a deflection on Mortensen, and it just kind of gets back, harkening back to what solid, soft hands he has. He knocked that right out of the air, and it was an off-speed pitch, so foul tip.
Suzuki could not hang on. Back down the wall it goes. Curdy, of course, went on to win a world championship. Good for him.
Yeah,
former twin.
Good man.
One of the good guys.
Yep.
All the way back in. Oh, look at that. They gave it to him.
Yeah. Looks like Sarsland kind of let up a little bit looking for that whistle.
Just a tad, wouldn't you say?
Going too fast. But again, if you look at it from the Jaguars' perspective, they've come into a pretty hostile environment. They're only down by 2 almost halfway through the second period, so there's still a lot of encouraging things. In the Minnetonka game, they gave up 20 shots in the first, 20 shots in the second, and obviously the Red Knights have put some pressure on Sights and goal, but the numbers aren't just mounting like they were against Minnetonka, so good things coming. Hopefully for this Jaguar team.
Well, I think they're limiting the chances. The Red Knights are getting some more deflections and opportunities. You saw that goal from Bassan. But they had a couple that might have, caromed in off the catch glove into the corner. But there have been plenty of opportunities for the Red Knights getting traffic to the front of the net and getting the redirects. Off the right wing boards. Nick Grazik with it. There's a shot toward the slot area. That missed the mark. Gino Gotti is out there as well, stood up on the play, along with Bassan. They got the puck that's knocked away there. Dockvid was there. Now to the right wing side, out they come. There's a shot blocker pad save by Limesand. That off the stick of Daniels. That one gets in behind Gotti, and back into the neutral zone it goes. Gombold looks ahead. Nice little stick play there by Wong. Now it's going to be Bassan. He's got a man in the net, loads it up. That one's blocked. Nice defensive play there. They score! Oh, somehow that found the back of the net as the Red Knights now take the 3-0 lead.
Well, and that's Bassan back-to-back right now. 3-0. Red Knights get the advantage. It was a really nice defensive play by that Jaguar defender, but it was Bassan that didn't quit on the play. Got an opportunity, snuck it in past Sights. But now 3-0. That's a very big goal. 2-0. You're one good shot away. Now 3 good shots against a very tight defensive Red Knight team. That's a difficult task, but they have to roll up their sleeves and get to work right now. But the mojo is certainly with the Red Knights.
You're right. A pair of second period goals here, Bart Archer. As this one will work its way back through center to the near side. Backpedaling toward the boards there was Risto. And now it's going to be bumped ahead. 3-on-2 through center. Thompson plays his man down. Nice defensive play there. Yakish bumped on the play, but leaves over for Thompson. Nice cycle there. Ahead they go, too far. Karam all the way back into Jaguar territory. 9:18 to go in the second period. And we'll bring this one back into Red Knight territory.
Well, these are the little opportunities that the Jaguars are going to have to take advantage of. An offensive zone face-off and put some pressure on Carson Limesand. They've had a couple pretty good looks, but they have to sustain that in line through line. That's a very difficult thing to do, but it starts with winning this face-off.
Clean one over to the far side. Boy, the sound makes a big difference when you demask for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been kind of pushing it, right?
No, I'm not.
Are you going chin?
I'm not within any. I'm within 7 feet of somebody. I'm not going to do. I'm a rebel. I'm respectful.
Across the line. Well, when you're on the keyboards for me, you're within 3 feet, so we're good.
Yeah.
Back up through center ice it goes. Marshall.
No, we're about 6, 7 feet.
Is
away.
it?
Yeah.
When we play?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, we got Big Al between us.
Yeah.
That's the wild card.
He's a wild card to begin with.
He's running camera in Victoria right now.
Good for him. They know they're getting a quality product then.
I checked it out and I tested him. It looked good. He did wrestling today too.
He's a workman.
Actually,
he rolls up his sleeves. I never would have figured.
I know. This is a friend of ours that we're talking about, which we're just absolutely undressing here publicly.
Right.
But why not, right?
No. He wants to be involved, and we're happy to have him aboard.
3-0 Red Knights as they lead here in the second period. Slowly seizing control of this game. They've had to earn every inch of ice against this Bloomington Jefferson Hockey Club. Sent back in, bounding puck on goal. Limeson's going to take the safety valve and hold on. Didn't like what he had coming back, so he said, you know what, let's go face off here to my left.
Well, that surprised me because there wasn't anybody in too close proximity, but it gives both teams a chance to reset. Now face-off's going to be to Limeson's left. 8:16 left in the second period. Red Knights up by 3.
Back up to the right point it goes. Now it's turned away by Mortensen. Left wing side, Ellings. Looks to the slot area. That's off the stick. Into the corner it goes. Back up to the line. There's a shot that's deflected. And the Red Knights, nice job at center with Mortensen. Boy, he's played a big brand of hockey here these 2 games. Kind of absorbing that role of the prolific point-producing Cooper Gay from last year.
Well, plus he can bring a consistent, steady physical presence out there as well. But no, he's been very impressive. I think he still is just tickling the ceiling that he has. I think he's going to get better as he goes as well.
Off a stick. To the knees they go. They chop that one behind. Mikan is there. Nice job with the frame to protect. Mikan fan, but then plays that through the goal mouth area. Yakish comes over to gather in. He'll bump the boards. You know, the interesting thing is Ken Pauly and I talk a lot. Last time the Red Knights were in the state tournament was 2012, I believe.
They won it that year, I believe.
Yep, and you think about that. You know, I mean, we're getting toward 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And he'll say it like this. He'll go, it was 2012, dude. Is
Yeah.
what he says. And so I think he's feeling as though, you know, he's had some really good hockey teams between then and now. And I have liked what I've seen of this team and their ability to play a little heavier and to support the puck. They've got great goaltending and to defend and play offensively.
Well, it just seemed, but again, look at the section they're in. They're playing some pretty outstanding programs as well, so to his defense. But if you look at this team, there's not a standout superstar. There's a lot of really, really good players. I'm not going to start listing them, but maybe the focus is spread out. The responsibility gets everybody a little bit more engaged.
Is Grant Bessie on this team, a Minnesota high school hockey
Something like that,
legend?
right.
No, but I mean, there's a
That's what I'm
plenty.
talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. Plenty of guys. There's Callahan wrister. Oh, that handcuff sights. Nice job. He fought that off with authority. Beautiful work there.
Well, very athletic by the goaltender, because that one, as you said, kind of cuffed him a little bit, but he actually turned his glove over and caught it right over his shoulder. Looked like they were aiming for the ears. A lot of times when you go high, they say aim for the ears.
The proverbial ear hole.
Right, but he flagged that one out face out to his right. 6:20 left in the second period.
Jags battle their way through to the right wing side. Gearin has stood up on the play. There's Gotti. Shot, scores!
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that was redirected in, but that might be 2-9's first high school goal.
Well, we'll have to wait for the official scoring, but regardless, getting an assist or getting a goal, but putting a marker on the board and contributing to his team, I think is the most important part. But if it's his, they're going to grab the puck and keep that as a keepsake. But that's a big, in fact, they're going to take that puck. So congratulations to him for his first goal. And it was a pretty good one, too.
Coach Russo speared that one on the way in for his player. You know, it's great to see these guys who've been calling their JV games for a few years, and you see them work their way up here like this. And I think it's important to know, if you make JV as a sophomore or even as a junior, there's a place for you if you keep playing, especially here at Benilde St. Margaret's.
Absolutely.
And that's been a simple truth with this hockey club. So I think for players, they got to remember that.
Well,
that it's a process.
Coach Pauly's going to make them earn it, but if they earn it, he gives them an opportunity. But again, his first goal, being in the right place at the right time and making the right play, is going to build confidence in the coach, so maybe he'll get a little bit more ice time too. But you got to earn it here.
Jags with a chance, turned aside. Nice save there by Limesand. Off the bid that came through by Getters. He hooked up there at Daniels. Those two have been really good offensively here for the Jags when they've had their chances. Getters again, there's a shot. Scores! Oh, quick pickup there off the stick of Thonka as they stop the bleeding and cut the deficit to 4-1 here in the second period.
Well, again, it just cuts the lead to 3, but that's a big goal for this Jaguars team. First and foremost, it's a defenseman that scored a good goal up and over the shoulder of Limesand from the top of the left dot. But that's the first goal that they scored 4.5 periods into this season. So now maybe they're going to relax a little bit, not squeeze the stick and play a little bit more comfortable, but they still have a lot of work to do. But it'll certainly get rewarded for some hard work out there. They played pretty well, but they're going against the buzzsaw. Now at least they finally answered.
Back in across the line, the Red Knights, Mikan with it, responds with a shot at on goal that Seitz turns aside. All the way up to the line, Callahan gets there, plays it down the right wing wall. Mikan in control. from the point. There's a shot. Seitz saw that through the screen, and Mortensen did a nice job to fight that one off. Great work there by him.
And Pete, they said that goal was unassisted for Thonka. A lot of unassisted goals tonight. I'm sure that House is going to correct
Well, what's great is we've got them all right here. So we've got some bookkeeping to do.
Perfect.
Balance the books, if you will.
We'll try anyway.
We're at the 12-minute mark here of the second period. 5 to go. Don't forget, we've got really a good one going on over at the Victoria Rec Center, Holy Family Catholic, and the St. Thomas Academy Cadets. In girls hockey, Edina is doing battle with the Eden Prairie Eagles. I mean, all in one network. Across the line they go. Nice feed there, in on goal. There's an opportunity as that puck was
penalty?
Deflected on its way, and Conley was fed neatly there by Marshall. Nice hook up there for those two.
Well, I don't know if he got over his skates or not, but it looked like he was brought down, but he had a nice little delay move that really kind of froze the defenders. He seemed to kind of be able to walk around, but I was looking for the referee's arms to go up, but I think the Jaguars just dodged a big bullet, but faceoff's going to be to Seitz left, 4:38 left, 4-1, Benilde St. Margaret's.
Scoring officially from Craig Roberts, who puts the final scores in for that
him.
Jefferson goal, is Thonka from Ringquist and Herbert. Now it's going to be Yakish, wrister. That one's deflected. Thanks for keeping the info coming, Craig.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. You should see it here, buddy. There's nobody here. We're just spread out. Bart Archer, we're both lounging.
There's no coffee here today. I missed that.
That's true. There's Thompson with it. Yeah, I call it the grazing table.
Right. That's why we do games here, right? So you get your brownies.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Thompson. That's why you see me on the roster. Back in behind the net. Marshall takes a little stick off the hip. Stays with it. Lets it go in on goal. Is there Seitz to make the save? 3:51 to go here in the second.
There's going to be a penalty. They're going to call that slash. He got a little aggressive with the stick, but I think he just continued it. They got the first two out of the, they gave him a little allowance on that one, but the third one, they just weren't going to have it happen. So, but now it's the Jaguars. Just when they start to get some momentum, well, he made the sign like there was going to be a penalty, but the door isn't open yet. Here we go. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be Brady Burton that's going to go and spend 2 minutes. So Benilde St. Margaret's on the power play, 3:51. Big power play for this Jaguar team. If there's any hope of getting back into this, they have to get through this challenge, pick up their teammate.
Callahan, shots deflected, and those are the things the Jags have done, Bart. That went off the gear of Hatton, I believe that was up front.
No, it was Herbert that actually went off of, but they're going to have to do these little things, Pete. They don't really have the depth at this point, or they haven't found their game enough, so these little things are going to be very important to the success or failure of this Jaguar team.
Back up to the line. Oh, blocker pad save. That's turned aside. Now it's handled by the stick of the Red Knights, Callahan. Sarsland to Callahan. Look to the middle. That was shut down. Now Sarsland from the middle. Off the post. Now Yakish. Back up for Sarsland. That was another one of those Suter take something off at things. Now to the right wing side.
They're getting through.
Mortensen, I'm telling you, but you have your head up, you look, you can flip it right where you need to, and you give your guys options to get sticks on it and get funny rebounds too. Callahan, back for Sarsland. That's a harder shot. That went through. Quick release there on the snapper. Didn't wake up for the clapper, just brought it in. Back out of the corner, it's Mortensen. Back up for Sarsland. Callahan opened up, wanted it. 1:03 to go on the power play. Knocked away by the defensive Thonka. He runs into a Mikan check. Over to the near boards it goes. And we have a whistle on the play.
One net off the mooring. But I really like the way this Jaguar team is keeping him on the periphery. All the offerings toward the goal have come from the back line, so they're really spreading things out and keeping this Benilde team on the periphery. If they can keep them from punching it in, they just have 56 more seconds to get through this. But so far, they have got some pucks on goal, but Seitz has answered the bell. So far, pretty good kill by the Jags.
He has. Left off at the line, Conley. Quick one-timer off the top of the glass.
Ooh, he wants that one back.
Now it's Sarsland. Speed it up to the near side of Marshall. Loves the lane, takes it. Oh, gets through one man. Nearly had the opportunity to shoot, but lost the handle, and the Jags will clear at the length of the ice.
Wow, and Benilde got really aggressive on that follow-up, too. Really a nice effort. on that one by Marshall. But there were four Red Knights below the dots trying to attack that goal. So they want to punch one in before this period's over.
2:06 to go, 15 on the power play. Gathered in there by Wong as he plays that through center. Pushed ahead for Marshall. Quickly slithers it ahead for Conley, who deflects that in deep. Now it's Davis. Gets that one behind Thonka. Nice job once again down low. It's going to be Marshall with it. Now he's checked, forced off the puck.
Great
We're at
support.
5-on-5, indeed. Now it's going to be Sarsland with it. Shovels it through center. That hopped the stick, but stepping up with a strong stick there was Davis. Now it's Conley across the line. Knocked off his stick by Davis through the slot area. Now it's going to be Marshall wrapped up on the play by Getters. And they'll play this to the bench area. Getters muscled it up to the line, but not out. Over to the near boards it goes. Daniels will come away with it. Turns it back up through center ice. Nice feed there on the move to Herbert. Herbert carries this one in deep through the goal mouth area to the line. And there's a chance that's pushed wide of the mark. Big turnover there for Daniels. That's off the stick. They've got a delayed penalty coming up.
Well, it is going to be against Benilde. I think it might be Yakis that gets that. I don't want to kind of charge him before really it's been told, but
Thompson.
Well, it is going to be Ben Thompson, but just got a little aggressive down in the defensive zone. But really a great opportunity. Just 54.7 left in the second period. Power play for this Jaguar team. And if Jaguars can go out with their ones, if they aren't successful getting a power play goal, they can certainly start the next period with their ones as well. So there is a bit of a benefit to a split penalty, but Jaguars just want to get back to putting some pressure on Carson Limesand. Looks like they found a little energy recently.
Jags now see this as an important opportunity. They take their time out with 54.7 to go in the period.
I like that.
That's been good.
No, it's a very defining moment of this game. Three-goal deficit. If they can cut it to 2 going into the locker room, that's a big momentum shift and it'll build some confidence. And they have already won in. So I'm sure they're going to come back with spirit and focus, but it's up to the Red Knights to kill this off.
There's turning points in games, and you settle one here. Nice response by the Jags to bring it to 4-1, and then I think Mike Terwilliger knows that if they can do something here in this time, they will make it happen.
Well, and I'm going to kind of go off the board a little bit. I notice a little bit different swagger to this Jaguar team a little bit. They feel like they deserve to be here, like they can play with this team, and they certainly can, and they've showed it so far. But a lot of hard work from Benilde St. Margaret's to get to where they are today. So everything's been contested, and I'm not taking a shot at the previous programs because I have a lot of respect for this Jaguar program. I hope everybody knows that. But this just looks like a little bit more determined and focused Jaguar team than we've seen in recent editions. I mean that as a compliment.
I just think they're really balanced, Bert.
Yep. I like the effort.
I know. I mean, it's a good, but I'd expect nothing less from a Mike Terwilliger-led club. He's a very detailed guy. He doesn't let the highs get him too high and the lows get him too low. But he also knows how to have fun with kids too. It's a perfect blend. Scores! Oh, the timeout worked to perfection, and it's now 4-2. Look out! Here come the Jags.
Well, the Benilde St. Margaret's quit moving their feet, created some space for the Jaguars, but they moved the puck to the point. They just got it on Carson Linesand's doorstep and just punched one in before the goaltender could set up. So that's exactly what Coach Terwilliger wanted to happen. Just refocus, give them that moment to catch their breath. But it looked like that Benilde St. Margaret's got stale for just that moment and didn't move their feet or didn't defend. But now it's a 2-shot game, 48.6, so we're back to 5-on-5. But you can notice the energy on the Jaguar bench. Everybody is up. Everybody's engaged now. So that was a big goal.
If you can execute a face-off like you draw up and get the possession you need to deliver, that is the name of the game.
And the Jags have been great in the face-off dot today so far.
That one's going to make it for an icing call. We'll bring it back in with 31.3 to go here in the second period.
Well, Sarsland just misfired a little bit. He had his winger, and I believe it was Asher Conley, just didn't quite connect on that one, so it is going to come back to Carson Limesand's left. 31.3 left in the second period. Just a 2-goal deficit, but now the Jaguars have an offensive zone faceoff again.
Don't forget to check out your Benilde St. Margaret's Boys Hockey Media Guide. You can get everything you need to know about both teams. You can find those online at bsmhockey.com. Here's a chance. Look out. Jags again, and a deflection that just misses the mark. Oh, dicey here. 17.3. A shot from the line taken by Hatton. That's deflected. Now they send that off the stick of Conley. That's not going to be an ice. 8 to go in the period. The Jags content to just clear it to safety over to the far side. Down to make the play is Thonka. Folks, we have a hockey game. 0.7 to go in the second period.
Well, kind of a trying moment. I think it was Nick Hatton without a stick being on defense, so it was a good idea for Sites to cover that puck because they were a little bit vulnerable. Just 0.7. Limesand's going to come out for that extra attacker. Things are going to have to flow perfectly for them to put an offering toward Sites, but I like the way this Jaguar team is finishing this period, Pete Wagner.
I do too. Okay, they pulled the goaltender, and they're going to try and push this one ahead. And collapsing down on the puck, Brett Herbert, no stranger to those types of face-offs, and got the job done.
Absolutely.
That ends the period, buddy. We got a good one here.
Indeed we do. In fact, there's a point of concern, but there's just no quit in this Jaguar team. But it was Mortensen, the right-handed shot from the right-handed dot, tried to go right to the net. But as you said, the Jaguar defender went down, really took that option away. But it's going to be a little bit better locker room perhaps for Coach Twilliger as far as encouraging words. They weren't perfect that period. There's some things they need to kind of tighten up a little bit, but they punched 2 in that period, and I think that's encouraging for the Jaguars. I think the Red Knights are just fine being up by 2. They're a good leader so far as it stands. If they're up by a couple, they're very difficult to play against. So I expect a little bit better focus out of the Red Knights. The wheels kind of wobbled a little bit toward the end, but I'm sure Coach Pauly between this period is going to get it back on track. That
final goal of the period, the second for Bloomington Jefferson, officially read. Bart, I'm sure you have this. Burton from Herbert and Getters. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more high school hockey coming up for you. Don't forget, it is presented by Fortis Academy. Of course, you can train with Fortis in a small group or private setting to maximize your training returns. They're looking for humble, hardworking athletes that are willing to put in the work when nobody is looking. That's FortisHockey.com. We'll be back with more coming up right after this. Welcome back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center, home of the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights and the St. Louis Park Orioles. The Orioles with a nice tie. I was going to say win. They're up 4-3. I think it was like 30, 15 seconds, something like that. Edina scores to tie the tilt.
Heartbreaker.
A heartbreaker?
Well, to be that close.
To a win. Yeah. Because they were very happy with the tie. Right. But anyway, a great game. Hornets outshot them 62 to something like that.
Oh, wow.
Goaltending was a freshman goalie for the Orioles. Really good.
Wow, the Red Knights right to the face-off dot. I'm sure Coach Pauly got them refocused. I think we're going to see a great period out of this Red Knight team. But I'm looking for some energy out of the Jaguar team going into locker room. But they're only 2 good shots down. But here we go, third period.
Red Knights regroup in their own zone as they go from left to right here to start period number 3. Thanks a lot for joining us here today, the MNHockey.tv. It's a historical season for us in so many ways, as Callahan will play this one down the wall from the delays to the, well, we're playing now, to is there a tourney, to now there is, and, who knows what else is going to happen, to, quickly mobilizing and getting as many arenas up and streaming online, automated as we can. We've got youth games and tournaments. We have Roso's lighted up like a Christmas tree with their tourneys up there. It's been really good. Now it's Bassan. Ooh, nifty move there as he raced past Herbert. Now he's going to pull it wide to the left circle. That's deflected, stays with it. Now Bassan down for Marshall. And Herbert plays the boards. Callahan, nice job, strong on the stick. Callahan pushes the boards there. Conley will try to play into this one. Through the slot. Seitz had the stick down, made the save. Puck rolls to the high slot area. Now it's Marshall. Turns and shoots. That's a blocker pad save for the Red Knights. Good start so far. Jags will find an opening and flip at the length of the ice. Hit on the play there was Thonka. He'll get up and work his way to the bench.
Well, it just seemed like the Jaguar team's playing a little hot potato in their own zone, turning and firing and just trying to clear the zone, get out of this stressful situation. I always said if you're going to use the boards, use the boards. Nothing soft off the boards, but really Red Knights doing a good job of cutting the ice in half and starting with some authority this third period.
Talked about the depth of the Red Knights a little bit earlier in the broadcast. 6 players with double digits points in game number 1, multi-point game there, and 10 players picked up something on the score sheet, so that's a nice start to making it happen, which is really what you're looking for. Back up through center ice with it now. They'll work this one in across the line. Thompson try to throw a little body there to the corner as he's bothered. Poke for the puck. Ooh, gloves came up. We're going to have a roughing call. Wanmacher got a little fired up there as he came through with some fists.
Well, and 4 Red Knights in that proximity, so that worries me just a little bit. Starting to bunch up a little bit, but you're right, it's going to be Wanmacher that's going to go to the box. And now Red Knight power play, boy, they came out with a lot of energy. Now they're going to get a man advantage. This is a very challenging time for this Jaguar team right now.
They're going to want to kill this thing off.
And I think that Ryan Seitz is going to have to be probably their best penalty killer in goal right now, because I think the Red Knights are going to put some heat on them.
Now it's Marshall with it, up for Sarsland, deflected away. Conley gloves it, plays it down for Bassan, rolling puck behind the net. Nice job to control. Bassan back out of the corner. That's Callahan, gives back up to the line. Now they're going to look for Callahan, low slot. That deflects away off the stick. Nice defensive play by the Jags down low.
Well, they like to set Marshall up in the reverse Ovechkin area, and it's Asher Conley that always looks over to Marshall on the weak side, tries to get the puck to him, something to watch.
Reverse Ovechkin, love it. That was Davis that made that play for the Jags. Nice job up at the line as it's poked by Herbert. He's having a terrific game here tonight. Knocks that away. That's the familiar number 18. I don't know, I didn't do my research, but it has to be related to Caleb. Great hockey player.
Absolutely, he was fun to watch.
UMD Bulldogs. Now it's down the line. Behind the net they go with it. Bassan plays that through the goal mouth area. Now it's Sarsland in control. Plays this off to the left wing side. Conley, Marshall, one-timer, nice job. Pad save there. Little butterfly slide for Seitz from right to left. sent the length of the ice.
What happens is Conley gets in a little deep, and it's Marshall that kind of comes over as they do their rotation. So I think he's a little farther away than he wanted to be on that one-time shot. Didn't get enough on it.
Now it's going to be Sarsland in across the line. Sarsland plays this below. That's going to be picked up by Marshall. Marshall tries to lay that one off. Oh, give and go. He had Sarsland, lets that one go instead. Went high to the blocker pad side. And it's sent to center, as now it's going to be Bassan to come away with it. I have been confirmed by Chad Nyberg, the athletic director, or we call them activities directors these days. That is Caleb Herbert's brother.
It is, okay.
The skating style definitely the same as well.
Hello, Chad.
It's good to have you on board here today, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the cast.
I'll have to clean up my game a little bit now.
Yeah, you're going to become a Jags homer now. That's what's going to happen. Now it's going to be Thompson loads it up. That one deflects wide of the mark. Mikan was there. Now off the boards. Getters. And the trickles into the Benilde St. Margaret zone for an icing call. Will bring it back down. 12:37 to go in the third period.
Well, first 4.5 minutes, I think Jefferson put themselves in kind of a precarious position, but they battled through it right now. It's still 4-2 on the scoreboard, so there has to be some positive energy that comes out of that. But too many off or defensive zone face-up for the Jags is something they're going to want to watch. But they've had good success in the dot. Let's see if that trend continues.
Well, Chad Nyberg wants us to call it down the middle. He's being a sportsman.
I tried, Chad. Honestly, I tried. But you can't.
It's so good.
You can't retrade an old dog on that.
Yeah, really. Don't forget, happening right now, we mentioned this before, plenty of games on the network. We're all over the place. Youth and high school hockey. Be sure to check them out. I'll be over at Braemar later tonight for the Hornets in Buffalo. There's a shot that raises off the glass. All the way up it goes. Another check thrown, and the Jags will turn this one back up ice. That bounces the stick. Whoa, look out. You have to stay on side there. That's Wanmacher. Puck up high to the top of the circle. Mikan out of the zone he goes across the line. Lost the handle there. Checked on the play. They fish. Now 11:45 to go in the third. Yakish. They play that rink wide. For those of you that are kind of getting dialed into the high school brand, and at least in this rink, the varsity games have been starting early. You know, about 10 minutes early, so they're just keeping it moving. They don't want the players hanging around. So just know there's a chance that some of these games could start early. I know these do here.
Okay, I get it. I got here a little late. Sorry.
You were early. I was impressed. Now it's Gearin with it. Winds it up. Oh, they got a man open on the near side. Across the line, it's Geertsen. Loads it up from the off wing. Pokes it through as that's knocked away by the defense. The Jaguars play it to the slot area. Now it's Sarsland momentarily. Callahan comes away with it. Finds an opening, rings it hard all the way to the near boards. Gearin takes a swat at Raspendith, and now it's played up to the line. Now it's going to be handled by Callahan. Off sights behind the net. Oh, one quick pass out front. Sights tried to get that one covered up off the stick of Risto. Couldn't get it done. Now from the corner, Red Knights try to march to the goal mouth area. Instead, marching out of the zone are the Jaguars. 2-on-2, they got speed. Look out in front, shooting. Nice save by Limesand. It was Herbert down the middle, and Daniels the other way off the right wing as he lets that go up high.
Well, Aaron Daniels showed some good speed flying up the right side and really got in, tried to go short side on Carson Limesand, but Limesand is so good at his angles and positioning that really didn't give him much. Tried to go short side, upper corner, as he said, but Limesand held onto it, or made the save and held onto the rebound. So those are the little things that Carson Limesand can do, is just pick the team up when the other team threatens.
Ooh. Right up the middle it goes.
That's
a little dicey there. Now it's going to be, oh, nice job picked up by Marshall. Lets that one go right into the midsection.
I think he was
Sights with a positional save.
Sorry to talk over you. He didn't mean to do that, but I think he was surprised how much space he actually had on that right side. And he's a left-handed shot on the right side, so his angle's pretty good. But I think once he dusted it off, it allowed Sights to really square up to him and made a relatively easy save. I thought he was going to go under the bar or something like that, but I think the puck may have rolled on him. But I think it kind of surprised him how much space he had at that point. Not a guy that you want to have space with the puck in your own zone, I'll say that.
You know, just musically for you here for a second, Walk This Way is on.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was making an argument that may have been the very, very first kind of rapish type song. What do you think about that?
Well,
and then obviously Run DMC jumped on board, but what do you think?
I'm a little narrow-minded when it comes to that stuff, but I didn't mind it at all. I thought, you know, if music makes you feel something, that's what it's supposed to do. I felt a little something when I heard it. But
do you agree with that assessment, though?
I don't know. I'd have to give it more thought. I haven't heard the song for so doggone long, but I've heard it for 40 years.
By the way, I've noticed here the officials are going with the 2-puck system, meaning one has a puck, then they don't have to pick pucks up. We're talking about face-offs right now.
Okay. The next level.
I personally, unless it's a draw that's inside at a important time, have never found that. Who cares?
No. Just take all the precautions they can. They just don't want to miss any details when it comes to somebody's health.
Now it's going to be Marshall with it. Marshall up the left wing side. He'll be angled by Wong. Marshall back in behind.
We're working the edges hard. Oh, but he'll get away with one.
They did in the corner there. Bassan, Marshall, and Conley. In front they go, off the boards. Thompson shot. That one's hard off the end boards. Yakish. Now it's Marshall back up for Thompson. Plays it to an open corner. See what he was thinking there. He didn't have many options, so he thought they'd go for a battle play off the corner, but the Jags got there first. Bassan will take the deflection off the near boards, gains the zone. In on goal, that one rolls away. Back behind the net. Gets away from Conley. Now Yakish off the toe of the stick, and they'll play this one to the right wing side. Herbert plays that one ahead, stood up on the play as Rathbandith. Now to the near side. Now it's Thonka who's hit on the play. Back up to the line, 8:40 to go. Mortensen, nice turnover there. Walks down low, chips a pass for Mike and tried to play it down. Couldn't with his foot to the boot to the stick, but couldn't get it done. Back into the corner it goes. Speeding and racing, Grant Ellings. Now it's going to be
lively feet, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Now it's going to be Callahan under control across the line. Mortensen shot steered aside. Big Karam off the boards. Daniels comes away with it to the near side. Now Mortensen with it. This is really flowing end-to-end hockey here in the midsection of the third period with 8:02 to go in it. Back in behind, it's Mortensen with it. Mortensen turns and plays that one out front, steered aside by Seitz as Ellings was trolling. Now it's Mikan back in behind for Mortensen, who comes away with it. Mortensen plays this one behind. Ellings watched on the play. Up high to the slot area, knocked away from Daniels. Now on it, that's going to be Gombold, who plays that up the left wing. Picked up now on the stick of Ellings. Look out off the bench. That was Dockman. There's a shot. Steered aside. Nice save there on the bid from Callahan. They'll play this one ahead. Sarsland steps into this one across the line. Sarsland tried to go through traffic. Nowhere to go. Now it's going to be Getters with it. Through center. Nice little toe pull. Gets away from Gotti. There's a wrister in on goal. Nice save made by Limestad. Fought that off. This thing is perilously close for the Red Knights as the Jags bid there.
Well, Gotti did a nice job of coming back and covered for the defenseman and really interrupted what could have been a golden opportunity for this Jaguar team. So nice effort so far by the young man.
Over to the right wing side. Now it's the Jags with it from center. This one misses the mark on Limesand. It's going to be picked up by Sarsland. Long run for this one over to the near corner. It's going to be Lal who plays it up to the near left wing side. Gaining the puck off the boards is Burton. Chips the glass and in deep. They'll change 4 of their players. I'm getting the hockey rink cough. In on goal. This is going to be a nagger all the way into April. This one goes wide and misses the mark. You know what I'm talking about, too.
This is as usual.
I'm like, I felt so good for so I come into a rink and I start coughing.
Right. Sounds like you're going to be in plenty of rinks this year. Not coughing,
you,
not that
you
coughing.
can't say that in today's world because I'm going to get cuffed and stuffed. You can't.
Well, you're already stuffed, so maybe just cough.
Jeez. 5:49 to go. I mean, it is funny. People walk in your line of path in the grocery store, and they're like apologizing to you. And you're like, just relax, buddy. I'm not getting it from you. We're good. And if I do and I die, it's my bummer. Now to the near side it goes. Hatton. Well, what do? You
live.
Yeah, it's all right. Back up to the line it goes. Callahan, left wing side. Yakish. No, check that. Sarsland saw the 6. Oh, nice pickpocketed. Bassan there with a quick, strong stick there. Callahan now in across the line. No, he's going to wait. Now he gets there. Lays it over to the left wing side for Bassan. Now Marshall to the corner as he's watched on the play by Rathsbandith. And there's a chance in front. Seitz tries to cover. He gets it. 4:57 to go. It's still 4-2.
Well, a lot of focus on this Red Knight team. They're really kind of keeping it in the Jaguar zone. But one thing I like about the Jaguars is there's been a lot of little one-on-one battles in the game of hockey, and they aren't getting beat on every one of them. They're actually contending and coming away winning some one-on-one battles. But it's just the possession and speed, I think, that's been the challenge for this Jaguar team, the Red Knights. But again, it's 4-2, under 5 minutes. So Jaguars have to make something happen if they're going to have a chance to win this. This has to happen pretty soon. But you got to get the puck out of your zone.
And the Red Knights have done a nice job with the possession game here. No question.
Their speed, too, has been very impressive, especially this line.
They score! Bart Archer, prophetic indeed.
Well, that was Jonah Martinson right off the faceoff dot. The puck was kind of laying there, and he just dangled around and went around Seitz, made Seitz freeze, and then just went around and tucked it down along the ice. So it's 5-2, under 5 minutes to go in this game. If the Jags are going to have any hope, they have to punch one in within the next minute or so. But that just Mortensen's really turned in a nice game. But I just love the size with Mike and Mortensen and Ellings on this team. But they have speed, they have skill. This might be one of the best second units in the state of Minnesota. I mean, I know that's early to say.
If you have that, you have a fighting chance, right, Bart?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no question about it. Mortensen unassisted on the tally off the draw. There's a chance. Mike it in front. Seitz the save.
Well, this is a character moment for this Jaguar team. Obviously, it's a daunting task. 3 goals in under 5 minutes against an inspired Benilde team is not easy, but you still have to play till the final buzzer, and that's what I think that Coach Schwilger is going to be looking for, and just making sure they compete till the very final end of this game, regardless of the score. Don't play the score, just play the game. Got to
finish like you started, strong. You know,
important.
it's easy to lose your focus,
yep.
Especially when you see the clock ticking down. But that's when you can get burned too.
Well, as hard as they've worked too, it's probably discouraging. Oh, there's another couple $100.
Oh, ouch! Out the door it goes. They probably have the receipt in less than you know how that goes.
You hope so.
In on goal, turned aside by Seitz.
Ooh, nice escape.
Really slick with the footwork there, up and out of the zone they go with it.
Zone X's have actually been pretty efficient.
They've been
everybody's
really
in
good.
the right position. They're moving the puck to the right area, so a lot of encouraging things on this Jaguar team.
That was Gombold with the nifty footwork there for the Jags. Now Callahan accelerates back up through center ice. Lays that one offside. Well, Bart, this is for the Red Knights, this is going to be a start to the season that I think they really want. You know, I mean, it's going to be fast. 18 games will come and go quickly, and I think it's going to be a sprint. Again, it's not about winning all of your regular season games. It's about being there in the mix.
Yeah, and developing younger players, giving them a chance to spread their wings a little bit, get a feel for it. But it's all just the big wheel just keeps on turning. Unfortunately, this year it's turning a little quicker than we
at you.
Are used to.
Look at you going right after invoking your Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I'm just looking for Proud Mary.
Rolling down the river. Back it across the line now, Noble. Oh, man. Can you sing that one too? Now it's going to be Bassan with it. 3-on-2 across the line if they hurry. Looks for some support toward the goal mouth area. That Seitz to turn it aside. Now Conley checked off his stick. Oh, still buzzes it wide as he gathered it back. Now Bassan, nice feed to the back door, deflected away by the Jag defense. Fetzer was there giving it a shot for the Jags. Back across the line now. It's going to be play to the near side. That's off the stick of Ringquist. Now Marshall plays over to the near wing for Bjorn Lervik. Lervik is checked on the play. Nice job. Marshall comes over and forces the turnover to center as Sarsland finds Marshall. Marshall will turn up ice as he'll leave over to the near side for Bassan. He'll have to take this one back and play it off the glass. 2:34 to go in the period. Long pass to the right wing side, misses Daniels. Now it's going to be across the line for Herbert. Herbert muscled to the corner, watched by Thompson. Now it's the Jags in control. They'll play this one down to Herbert. And here they come out of the zone. Mortensen, right wing pass for Dockman, back for Mortensen. Down he goes. Gathered in by Hatton as he plays this around the boards. Thompson is there, slaps that one to safety as he's going to carry this one in deep. The defenseman down low. In front they go. There's a chance. That's off the stick of Dockman, picked up by Gotti as he'll be checked on the play to the right wing side. The Jags try to break out. Now it's going to be Thompson as he'll take that puck that was fanned on and send it right back in with now 1:45 to go here in the third. Yakish plays back in behind. Gotti is checked on the play as he still lays the leather on his man there. That's Mikan pinned up on the boards, or check that. That's Burton that's checked up on the boards with 1:33 to go here in the third period.
It just gets down to finishing the game the right way. 5-2 is your current score. 133 as Pete Wagner said, but it just gets down to finishing, and it looks like the Jaguars are showing no quit right now, and that's the things that I look for in this juncture. Previous teams perhaps might have not put the effort in, but they're scrapping like it's a 0-0 game, and that's what you want to see.
Now it's going to be Ellings with it. They'll play it around the boards. Lal deflected, rolling puck to the near side. Geertsen. Mikan. Now it's Burton to play off the glass and in deep. Limesand will set up. It's going to be a hard-working win for the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights as the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars certainly brought their A game here tonight. Oh, in front they go. Seitz with a big save on a bid late here in the third period.
Oh, that was really quite a save, actually. He was very, very vulnerable, but it was Mikan that came in with a follow-up with Seitz being down, but he managed to keep that puck out of the net, getting congratulated by his teammates. That was an exceptional save in the winning moments of this game.
Marshall the draw, pulls that one back. Lervik shots deflected, high up off the netting. Couple fours there. Rathsbandith is there for the Jags. Back into the circle we go.
Pete, I think that this game is actually good for both teams. Jaguars got the big monkey off their back, punching in a couple. And the Red Knights are playing good teams, good competition. I mean, to be challenged like this today, that is only going to bode well down the way to, have a tough schedule like this and play against tough teams. Delayed penalty.
With 38 to go in the period.
Going to be a trip.
And we'll bring this into Red Knight territory.
Did John Sands warn us that there was a minute remaining? Was he on call?
No, he's been sleeping at the switch. I don't know if we heard that in the second either, did we?
I don't know.
He's probably talking. Driving the guy down there nuts.
Picking his next song he's going to play.
Oh, that's tricky. Back up to the line. He does a good job behind the mic. Don't get me wrong. Nice save by Limestad. He's a good PA guy. He's solid. Does play-by-play for us. Lots of work. Now Bassan turns us up ice. Short-handed. Just need to chip it in, but they're going to go for more. Lervik plays that over to the left wing side. Is this the Freebird solo guitar part of the game?
There you go. But boy, the puck likes Jackson Bassan. It just seems to find his stick.
I'm just a fan at this point of just knock it into the corner. You just force him to come 200 feet. Don't need to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a question if he's
crazy
get
things
the puck,
happen.
it's just when he's going to get the puck, and it seems to follow him around. But that means he's in the right spots at the right times as well. But a very impressive showing by Ken Poley's Red Knights tonight. It wasn't a perfect game, but Limesand, when challenged, came up big. So all the checks in the right boxes, and the Jaguars, good things to come moving forward. But I like what I see of the Jaguars so far. Obviously, it's early in the season, but this is a team that's got some kids that can play.
Oh, there's a left wing feed. Getters, and that's going to do it for the hockey game. Red Knights, winners by a score of 5-2. Coverage tonight presented by Fortis Academy. And also don't forget about getting your online Benilde St. Margaret's media guide at bsmhockey.com.
Perfect. Good to be with you, Pete Wagner.
Great to be with you, Bart Archer. For Bart Archer, I'm Pete Wagner. Todd Grover on the camera. We had the automated going too as well. So long, everybody.